What up? What up, Mucho?
What's going on, man? How you doing?
What up, everybody, man? This is the Sports Entertainment and Drinks podcast.
What's what's
Welcome
going
in the
on?
homies,
What's good,
the
fellas?
homie Trill.
What's good?
Welcome
What's
back, bud.
good?
Been away for a
Appreciate
couple weeks.
that.
We back, feeling
It seemed like
feeling
it's
better.
Yeah,
been
my boy.
forever,
Hey, my
man,
boy
for
was
real.
out of there, man.
Been a long
Yeah,
time.
good, man.
Yeah. Guns back feeling good, man.
Big Marv in the building. We're waiting for his camera to come cut on, but we're gonna get right into it, fellas. The first thing we talk about, you already know what we're drinking on.
Man, what you got over there, Trill?
I see. Y'all want to know what I got? You already know what I got, man. I had to take it back, man. I got the indigo popping. You know what I'm talking about?
Okay,
All right, I'm
man.
sticking with the
What you
usual. I
got?
went back to the tequila. I had indigo last one. Back on the tequila, man. Little
Oh,
something,
yeah?
Mmm,
yeah,
Okay.
little smooth, little smooth.
tequila.
You already know neutral got the water, probably.
Man, you know I got the water. You
All
can't even
right.
see him, but yeah.
Mars said you got Casamigos. Where you at, Mars?
Well, yeah,
But anyway,
what, he commented.
yeah, he did private. Yeah, private little segment.
Ain't no more.
Let's talk about, man. Up in the NBA, man. This question was brought up. Was brought up. I think Trill brought this up. Trill Omar asking us if John the Grizzlies are real contenders. Um,
Hmm.
and I was thinking about that when I said, yeah, of course. I mean, they're pretty good out in the West. What up, Leisha? I think the West, man, it's hard to predict the West, man, because a lot of teams are good. It's not the same. Oh, we know the Warriors gonna be there. We ain't worried about that. But shoot, I don't know,
Right.
man. It's kind of hard, and then as we start focusing slowly but surely out of football and focusing more on basketball, we're gonna start watching more games and seeing who's who. But it's kind of hard to predict.
Right, right.
Predict. The Grizzlies are good. I like the little core they got. But you guys weigh in.
Man,
I mean, for me, anytime you got a player of a John Moran's caliber, I mean, you are a contender. But my issue with the Grizzlies is that they do too much talking. Like y'all haven't done anything so
yeah,
far, and they saying that they ain't got to worry about nobody in the West, and they
yeah,
beefing with the
yeah.
Warriors and things of that nature. They doing too much
Mm-hmm.
talking. They need to go out
Yeah,
there on that court and just go play. But just to answer the question, like I said, you got a player like John Morant, you're a contender. Ja's an all-time talent. You know what I'm saying? He could take a game over anytime. So, the
Yeah.
fact that they got him, yeah, they're contenders. But stop all that
yeah,
talking, man. Stop all that talking.
yeah. I'm with
Real quick before you
yeah.
go, Mitchell, real quick. Trill, can you turn your mic up just a little bit if you can? Go ahead, Neutral. My bad.
No, I was going to piggyback on what Trill said. I mean, yeah, they look like the number one team, but they got a lot of Phoenix Sun vibes to me, man. Like Phoenix Sun from last year. Come in number one team, get to the playoffs, and get put out in the first round, first, second round, whenever they got put out. But
Yeah.
like Trill said, I want to see more because Ja hasn't made it anywhere far in the playoffs. So, with all this talking, they definitely gonna have to back it up. They're legit in the regular season, but we have to see in the playoffs. I got to prove it. Definitely need to prove it.
But you said they remind you of the Suns. I agree and I don't. The Suns
Yeah,
was like it was weird watching them. Like, why y'all doing that? Especially having veteran like Chris Paul on the team. You
right,
got this
Yeah.
right.
veteran on the team who
Yeah,
should not, should have the guys a little more have more respect for him, not doing like trash talking and haven't been nowhere. Because you know
right,
when he's been in
right.
the playoff and how his playoff woes are. Um, I don't know. I guess
Yeah,
I like characters in
yeah,
Memphis more than um, Phoenix. I mean Booker. I think I'm not mistaken. He's saying he's not. What did he say? He said something about Kobe, comparing himself to Kobe, which is
yeah.
always tough.
Yeah.
We already know about
Controversial.
DeAndre Ayton where he cries. I don't know. I guess I
Right.
like the whole Memphis vibe, especially back when Memphis was a grind house when they had Zach Randolph, Marcus Gasol,
And
and T.J.
Gasol.
Conley.
Yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah.
Don't forget your boy Tony Allen.
I
Tony,
did, yeah, Tony Allen, man, he was big. Tony Allen was big, but I just kind of like the teams more that just don't, don't kind of throw it out there. Just let the play show, because like we know,
but
NBA it's a race. Like you have your spurts, you have your first, second. It's a race. Like you start off
Yeah,
hot now, then when that time comes, it's something totally different. So I guess I just want them to be more humble. Yeah, I mean they doing
yeah,
their thing.
definitely,
Wait till the playoffs. Wait till the
yeah,
exactly.
playoffs start, man. Wait till the playoffs. Like
but see, I look at it different. I look at them standing up to the. I think their last beef was with the Warriors, right?
Yeah,
mm,
Yeah, I look
mm,
at them as standing up to themselves. Warriors was a powerhouse, dynasty or whatever.
you do that with your
I look
play
at them,
though. You do that with your
huh?
play. You do that with your
True,
yeah,
play though.
that's true.
And then we
But
gotta,
like
if
we
we look
seen,
at that, you gotta also look at it too. They just played the Warriors and what they do.
yeah,
yeah,
Took the L.
yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah, yeah,
but
man.
yeah. So
So yeah, let's
right now they're currently. Yeah, go ahead.
no, you keep going.
I'm gonna say so. Right now they're currently sitting third in the West. They are a half a game behind New Orleans for second, which is hard to imagine New Orleans being number two in the West. That's what I said. The West is so unpredictable right now.
Right,
facts.
right.
With Denver on top, but it's gonna be fun to watch. We'll go to the
Yeah,
East. I mean, the Nets, 9 straight wins, man. They looking like the team they should have
man.
been from the get go. They
Right,
finally
right,
rolling. No
right.
more drama. They're hooping. Uh,
They are hooping. They are hooping.
I mean, they
I
got
haven't
the best.
I haven't seen many of the games.
Yeah.
How has Ben Simmons been looking?
Well,
He
I
ain't
was
doing
talking about
shit.
as a team.
Getting
You
carried,
know,
getting carried.
I just want to
Ben,
know. I just want to know.
as of right now, in 19 games, he's averaging 8.3 points a game. He's averaging 1.4 steals, 6 assists. I mean, I'm sorry, 6 assists, 7 rebounds. So he's putting Draymond numbers up. He's Mr. Draymond right now. No, I
Mrs.
know
He can
Dolly
be,
watch. No disrespect,
he
because
can be who?
homie Dolly is a true Ben fan.
Oh
But
yeah.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
I
nah,
wouldn't really.
Like I said, that man's getting carried, bro. He's getting
yeah, it
carried.
sounds
I
like
don't
he
care
is.
what you say.
It's no biggie. Like you need your role players. You definitely need your
Exactly.
Draymond, your role
That's
players to
true.
make stuff flow. So I mean, that's no big. I just want to know what all the hype was going on. But yeah, that's big, and it's been kind of quiet. It's been real quiet. 9 straight is big from where it came from. Yeah, that's real big right now.
And just to add
Yeah, I
to it,
mean,
I think if I remember correctly, I think they're like 20-3 with Jock Vaughn being the head coach now. So that just goes to show that this team is really playing hard for him. And it just goes to show that they really wasn't giving that effort when Nash was behind that
that's
clipboard.
yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah,
Mm, yeah, for real, for real, for real.
What up, Mel? What up, Amber? Appreciate y'all. Um, so yeah, they're currently in third place. Rolling.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
tied.
that's
They
good.
have a game behind Milwaukee. So yeah, they hooping quietly. No more drama. The Kyrie stuff is over with. Now just playing basketball. No
Man,
excuse. Like you said,
right.
that Jock Vaughn thing is big because it lets me know how much they probably didn't like Steve Nash. If your leader of the team is not feeling him, it's hard for everybody to roll with that. So now you got somebody he wants. Uh, the win speaks for themselves.
yep.
Right.
Shout
Right.
out that
So
boy
when I
TJ
initially,
Warren too. I wanted to shout that man out. He finally done came around and starting to hoop again. He not looking like
Mhm.
the bubble TJ Warren, but coming off that bench, he putting up like 15, 20 points. So that's also helping them as well.
Oh wow, that's real big. That's
yo,
real big.
as I was coming up with some of these topics last night, I was like, all right. And I didn't want to change it because of how I was going to roll on to the next topic. So before I was
Oh
writing this,
shit.
before I saw what transpired last night, I was like, all right, Joker's putting up him. He was putting up crazy numbers lately. He has his team number one in the West. He had the rare 13-13-13 game. I'm like, all right, Joker. I
Hmm.
mean, I like the way they're playing. Number one in the West. He's leading that team, obviously. He's putting up crazy numbers. There's not much to really say about it. because the next one
Yeah.
is really the one that's like, all right, well, maybe I should have changed it. But y'all want to elaborate on this before we go to the dude out in Dallas?
What is Joker averaging?
Right now, he is averaging 25, 11, and 9.
Mm.
25, 11, and 9. Yeah.
And
Okay.
they're number one in the West right now
Hmm.
too, as well. Correct.
So he's put them MVP numbers. You can't deny that. It's not, and I'm been famously known for saying it's not the most exciting basketball to watch him play. A lot of, but I mean, numbers speak for themselves.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You get your Tim Duncan on. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. Come in, take care of business, get up out of there.
But I actually like watching Joker though. Joker's fun to watch because his passes are different.
Yeah.
He's definitely a magician with the ball with passes. You can definitely see he has a lot of basketball IQ. he don't jump high. He's not really dunking on you like that, but he make it work. Is Joker gonna get another one? I don't know. I wouldn't mind though. It's something different. It's definitely something different from the NBA right now. And that I can see it happening, but I also think Ja got something to say about that.
Yeah.
Also, Luka. Still some young guns out there. Tatum. Y'all saw Tatum the other night.
Mm-hmm.
Dunked on that man Giannis.
So
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Giannis also. But yeah, man, Joker's definitely playing at a high level right now. Murray coming back helps also.
And in fact, he's almost averaging a triple double, going into almost 30 something. He's played 30 games and is a half rebound from averaging a triple double. So that's big for a big man.
That's real big.
What up, Zoe? What up, Zoe? Yeah,
what up, Zoe?
That's big. So like I said, got anything else you want to say?
I mean, it's a valid point. I mean, Joker's Joker at this point. It's expected. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna do what he does. Then the fact that he got him number one in the West right now with those crazy ass numbers. I mean, you have to put him up there in the MVP ladder. But hey, my boy Luka, man, he had a crazy stat line last night, man. He got something to say about this shit. So
he did.
Yeah.
Speaking of, I just simply put Luka. I had nothing else to add. I just simply put Luka, man. And I think it was Nucho who reminded me. I said, when I put the list out, he said, "You see Luka?" I said, "Nah, I wasn't paying attention." And I started seeing Blitz Report, ESPN, everybody. I said, "What was the numbers? 60, 20, and
60, 20, 21, and 10. Yeah, 21 rebounds.
Boy, had 2K numbers.
First time in history that's definitely 2K number. And that's not even the craziest part. The craziest part is getting them to overtime. That shot to put back in overtime, the center overtime and his excitement that he made. Like it was fun watching the highlights. Now I was known for a couple weeks ago saying, I don't know about if I want to watch Luka. Ever since I said that, that's for highlights and for just straight phenomenal.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Luka's been amazing. That was amazing. Just a performance everybody was talking about. I had a friend that actually went to the game, and she took her son, but they didn't even know what was really going on. And I was like, "Look, you just witnessed some history. I was like, you just witnessed history." But they didn't really know. They knew it was a good game. But yeah, man, that's crazy. No matter what they say about the competition or who you did it against, Luka was amazing, bro. Luka was simply amazing. Nah, it doesn't matter. Anybody put up, even in the street ball game, that's amazing. But that's why I said earlier with the Joker conversation. These young cats, Luka, man, you got to put them in that conversation of MVP. You have to.
Yeah.
What's more crazy to me, my bad, I was just gonna point out the fact that they was down by 9 points with 35 seconds left in the game. Like most NBA teams are losing that game. And for him to will his team back like he did, bro, I think he really took a stand in that MVP voting with just that game alone. So shout out that man Luka, man. You see him pulled up in the cowboy outfit. During that game, Cowboy hat. So yeah, the
You
tech
know,
got to
Old
rub off on
school,
my man's
the
for
old
real. With the
school,
old
old
school too,
school.
yeah. Yeah.
he's definitely embracing the city, and the city, as you see, is embracing him, man. He's, you know,
Yeah.
is jaw dropping them. That's that line. I saw it. I
Yeah.
thought somebody. I thought, like you said, I thought it was 2K numbers. Like, who puts up 60,
Mhm.
21, and 10? Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Luca.
a point guard at that. A point guard. He's a bigger point
Yeah.
guard, but he's a point guard.
Yeah.
Phenomenal. I guess it's another thing, but we got a lot more NFL talk. So I'm gonna go right to the NFL. Man. I wanted to weigh in on the MJ thing, but I really wanted Marvin here to get his perspective on it. We'll kind of table that one because I think it'll be a little bit more space.
Yeah. Isaiah trip, man.
Well, hold on. Okay, well, hold on. Let's talk about it then. What's your perspective on it? You said Isaiah's a trip.
Yeah, so from what I understand is that now this is what I got from Marv. He said that Isaiah put out there that back in MJ Chicago days, he looked out for him. Oh, he had a cousin that lived with MJ also, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
So that was
So
the
the
latest
way
thing
I
I've seen. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, I was just gonna say, man, can we just let it go? Can
For
we just
real.
let it go? Like
Let
I
the
just feel
old
like
beef
they
go,
too
man.
old for this, man. Like why they
Bro,
can't
that
get together and have a good conversation, hash
this
it out. Y'all both Hall of Famers.
this is really
What's going
I hate to
on,
say
man?
it, but I really feel like Isaiah Thomas is just holding on to this beef to stay relevant in the news, bro. Like
Thank you,
Oh,
I mean
wait a
I hate to
minute.
say it that way, but bro, they what are
thank
they
you,
beefing
bro.
about? Like let it go. This
Right,
is all because you know what I'm saying he didn't get picked for the the USA team or whatnot.
That was
right,
Like
big.
right,
That was
man,
big.
let it go, bro. That was like over
right.
40 years ago. Like come on
Right,
now.
Man,
and he coming
y'all,
in, and he coming with new information. Mars said, "Let him in." Mars said he got something to say.
he's not on.
Let him
I let him
in.
in.
Accept the
I can't.
invite.
Oh, okay.
He's
There
here.
you go.
What do you want me to do?
All
He's right
right,
there. Go ahead, bro. Oh,
Mar. There you go. Right
there we
on
go. Hey,
time.
perfect timing. Come on, man.
Hey man, sorry about the delay, but yeah, Zeke is
Better
not.
late than never.
I don't think that Zeke is trying to stay relevant at all. I mean, I think he had
Thank
a
you.
point, bro. He said
Well,
he had to sit there and watch Jordan be an asshole to everybody, and at the same
Everybody.
time call him an asshole. He like what the like for real? Like that part of that show was about MJ being an asshole and people having to accept it, right? Can we all agree to that?
When you
yeah,
say
that's
what we
what I
talking
really.
about the
That's what I
latest
got from
you
the
talking about the
whole.
doc? Or what are
Yeah,
we talking?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
we can
that's
all
what I
agree to
got
that,
from the
right?
entire thing.
Yeah, it's like he was an asshole, but he was an asshole because he wanted to win so bad, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
So
right.
Zeke saying, "Hey, how you gonna be calling me an asshole? And you've been an asshole throughout your whole career to everybody."
Let
Everybody.
it go, Zeke.
He was
You know what
taking
I'm
money from the
saying?
security guard, playing quarters in the back. Like, nah, give me that money. Give me
Right, right. Give me that money. You know what I'm saying? It's
Hey
just
man,
like
let it go, Zeke.
I thought that was a good point by Zeke. And to be honest, he was asked about it. It's not like he came out or went on ESPN talking about it. He was asked about it on the podcast show.
Yep. Yep.
So I don't think he's trying to stay relevant. Isaiah is Isaiah. He a Hall of Famer. He a top 50. Like he in the books. You know what I'm saying? So and then he also said, like, hey, when Jordan came to the league, he was like, he stayed with his first cousin. Like his cousins kept him, you know what I'm saying? He was,
Why?
you know what I'm
Why?
saying? Like
Why
them
would?
grimy guys in
Why, man?
Chicago.
Why
You know
now?
what I'm saying? He
They
kept them
asked
guys
him.
off of him. You know what I'm saying? So he said his cousin or Jordan's brother, the one he's always with, the little guy with the crazy
Yeah.
house, he was like, that guy was dating one of his cousins. So he like me and Jordan was tied in. He's saying he don't even understand it.
He could have said that
Hey
on the
man,
dot.
okay.
Like, why don't we just let?
No, but it's
I'm with
different
Trill, man. I'm with Trill on
if
this
you're
one.
asked about something, you have to answer. And now it's a new layer to it because he's really confused by why. If you really are you really that mad? We walked off before the game was over with. Is that your only
Right.
beef? because
That's
we
the
looked
only
out. I
thing
looked out
that
for the
Isaiah was
family
a sucker for that. That's what he say. That's where Jordan say it starts for him.
because he didn't bow down to Jordan. Oh, thanks for beating us. He bow
So
down
what
to you,
I'm starting to notice is that the two dudes that got the most sympathy for Isaiah are Detroit dudes.
Do you understand? We didn't have a part. He should have been the dream team. He's the only player, the only Hall of Famer who beat Larry Bird, who beat Magic Johnson, who beat Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan. How is he not on the
team? And the rest of them dudes were suckers for letting Jordan ride and let that happen. Especially Magic. Magic was definitely wrong.
Okay. Isaiah need his doc, man. Isaiah needs to be heard, man. Obviously he need his doc, man. We need to hear from Isaiah.
Man, he's been heard. Like, I'm tired of hearing about it.
Oh my god!
Let that shit go.
All I know is if it was Dirk, y'all be like,
if it was Dirk, he got snubbed.
Hey, that's why Dirk did what he did. He was quiet. He was humble. He ain't beef with nobody. So you'll never have to worry about no shit like that with Dirk.
Christian Laettner. We don't want him. He was on the team.
We don't want him.
He was on the team, bro. Not Isaiah Thomas because you mad because he beat you and he walked off and didn't shake your hand.
Yeah,
let me ask you this. How can we end the beef? How can them two end the beef? What has to happen?
It's not gonna happen because Jordan is the a-hole.
No, this is how we can end the beef. Jordan can say, I was wrong for excluding Isaiah on the dream team. He deserved that spot, whatever, what have you. He was good enough, blah, blah, blah. And Isaiah could come out and be like, I was wrong for not shaking his hand. You know what I'm saying? It was poor sportsmanship. Boom. Now it's done. Now what else they got to argue about?
Nah, he went wrong for that, man. Hey, man, it was 80s basketball, man. Walk off.
It's not Jordan's fault, man. Yeah, Jordan said, I'm not playing if he on the team. Jordan did not have the final say on that team. So whoever the committee was that picked that team, that's technically on them.
You saw the document.
It's not on Jordan.
That's like Patrick Mahomes or Tom Brady telling the NFL, like, I'm not gonna represent y'all in the fantasy team if Ray Lewis is on there or something. Because I don't like Ray.
And after that, Jordan was the biggest thing going in the world. He had Gatorade, he had Nike. So all that publicity, all that fandom, he had control of that team.
I mean,
you can say
he didn't.
You can say he didn't. He ruled the world. He had, if he wanted Isaiah on the team, all he had to do was tip his hat. Oh yeah, he's on the team. You know, Barkley said he didn't talk to him in 16 years over some little beef they had. So
yeah, Barkley said he commented on Jordan's lack of being a good GM.
Yep,
which is valid. Like, you picking Kwame Brown, and
he stopped talking to him,
and he stopped talking to him over that. So Jordan has a tendency to be petty. It seems like to me,
but
hey, that's how it goes.
So it's not going to never end.
That is my goal. As far as that basketball goes,
that's how it goes.
Y'all still gonna buy the Jays?
Oh yeah, he's
still gonna buy the Jays.
Still buy the Jays. I ain't buying no Isaiah Thomas. I ain't buying no conference.
Exactly. Yeah.
But all right, we'll switch over to NFL real quick, man. Trill actually broke some news to me early. He was the first one to send it to me before I even saw it from anybody else. Derek Carr, man. Man, he is officially benched in Vegas. It was thought of as a promising career, man. Second round pick, 3-time Pro Bowler. It's just too much talent. I hate that he's taking the blame for it, but this game this past week where you got Devontae Adams, I think he only had 2 catches. Like, that can't happen. No matter what, he's one of the best receivers, if not the best receiver in the league. And there's no excuse for that. You got the leading rusher on your team. But I think Jacobs is number 1 rusher right now. So there's no excuse. And the first person they're gonna blame is the quarterback, which it happens. Yeah. That's the road. They're going with Jarrett Stidham. Tough.
Who?
Yeah, yeah,
Who?
Never
yeah,
started the game. But guys, go ahead and weigh on it.
yeah,
I mean,
man. Oh, go ahead, True.
no, I was just gonna say. I mean, we kind of saw it coming. I mean, I
Right.
kind of saw it coming. You know, I feel like it should have happened weeks ago, to be honest with you. But I think his run with the Raiders is over. I do expect them to possibly trade him, which is why they kind of benching him now just to kind of save that value right now. But don't look for Carter being a Las Vegas Raiders uniform next year. He will be traded at some point. Look for the Jets. Look for the Jets to try to bring him in. You know, with the situation taking place with Zach Wilson and their quarterback situation. But yeah, man, Derek Carr out of there, man. He's done. He's done in Las Vegas.
So the crazy thing that I had just found out, maybe like 30 minutes before the show, is that he signed a new contract and it has a no trade clause in it. So yeah, I
Mm,
don't know. It's gonna get tricky. This is gonna get tricky because like we all know in professional sports, it's hard to bench a quarterback and then place him back as a starter. The relationship is never the same. Like it's never the same. We saw what happened with the Jets quarterback. They
right.
replaced him, tried to put him back in there. Now he just inactive, not injured or nothing, just inactive. Zach Wilson. So with the Raiders situation, I feel like it's really, and honestly, like he has a no trade clause, and right now they're still in the race of making the playoffs. They are. They can make a seeding in a wild card, but to me, I feel like it's the wrong time. Like I would still ride with David just because Derek, just because we're close to making the playoffs, And he's thrown, I believe they say like 28 interceptions in like the last 2 years. So it's a lot. It's up there, but I'm just not trusting Jared Stidham at this time of the season, man. And we got a chance to make it to the playoffs. I might just keep rolling with it.
Yes.
But what does that tell you though? That they're willing to make a quarterback change in the midst of a quarterback? I
That's
mean, a
crazy. Yeah,
playoff run
yeah,
right now.
yeah. You know what? I'm just
They're
talking from
fed
my opinion.
up. They're
Yeah,
fed
they
up.
probably seeing it every Sunday, all those interceptions. Yeah, I can see how they could definitely be pissed off.
Yeah, I mean, beginning of the season, I was hyped up for this team. I thought that there was no way that they could I thought that they could compete for that division. I thought for sure they were a playoff team. You infuse my boy Adams over there with a dog running back, with a dog tight end,
Mm.
and you're supposed to have Carr back there who was supposed to be a guy who could really spin it, and then you get this output. Now I'm looking at both Carr and McDaniels equally though.
Got to.
For me,
Yeah,
because
McDaniels. We know his track record.
what are you doing where you can't scheme nothing up
He can
to put points up on the board and win these
Yeah,
games, or to have your defense be serviceable enough to hold a lead when y'all do score points? Like
right,
straight trash out there, bro.
Yeah.
right.
And I think what's the guy? My guy named Sean McVay, or not McVay, but Sean Payton. Like I don't know why he ain't look at the Raiders.
Well, I don't think it's too late with him. I don't think it's too late. I think that I should have put this as one topic. Everybody's seen he's forming a super team. He's forming the Vengeance. He's getting this team ready to make a comeback. To what
Yeah.
team? We don't know. So that's very, very interesting. I should have had that on here, but goes to Derek Carr, man. Like you said, Marv. I remember him coming out. I thought he had a way better career than his brother. He kind of did in a way, but I never
Brother
thought
was
that.
trash. Brother was
I mean,
trash.
what he was trash, but he was on the expansion team. The team was he was the sack. He was getting sacked the most every year in the first 4 or 5
Yeah,
years.
that's true. I give you that.
So it was
Yeah,
tough. It was tough for him to really get off. Derek Carr was
he was
version.
trash though.
I mean, but
Yeah,
but he can always say the team I was on was trash because they, other than
yeah, yeah.
they did what later on down the line, it was tough for him.
Right, right.
But with Derek, it was a little more promise with him, like especially with the weapons this year. Uh, you know, it's tough seeing that, especially with second round quarterback, who everybody thought would have a pretty good career. It hasn't been
Yeah.
horrible. And it's to you guys' point. I don't think they're gonna. I don't think with or without him they will have a chance to make the playoffs. They already got 9 losses in that division. Um, and the West is pretty stacked. So I
Yeah,
think
it's
they
too
just
much has to happen for them to get in.
yeah,
Too
yeah.
much.
Let's just see what happened the last 2 games with Stidham. Let's make some decisions in the offseason. We'll move on from there.
That no
But
clause can be changed. I'm pretty sure, can it?
oh yeah, no trade, the no
Yeah,
trade clause means if he says I don't want to be traded, I don't want to be traded, but he can always uplift it. So
Yeah.
yeah, he can uplift it. Yeah,
Like,
which
yeah,
if
the
I'm
no
him,
trade clause is really for the player to be like, no, I don't like that. And
yeah,
then if it's a situation that he likes, he could be like, okay, I'll agree to that.
he can't be forced to a team he don't want to go to. He basically is like a free
yeah,
agent kind of
basically,
in a way.
yeah.
And
Look for them
yeah,
Jets. I'm telling you. Look
Hey,
for them
Chris
Jets.
Johnson. Chris
yeah.
Johnson already said he need to go to Tennessee. Hmm.
I can see that too.
Damn, Malik Willis, he out of there already?
I
Let's
ain't gonna lie, Malik Willis ain't really. I ain't
It's
seen
the play
nothing.
calling. It's the play calling, man. I promise you,
I
it's the
ain't
play
seen nothing,
calling.
bro. I ain't gonna
They
lie.
still running
He
heavy with Derek.
look.
Now there's something interesting Thursday tomorrow when you play y'all with no Derrick Henry to see how the offense rolls. When you got
Oh,
Derrick
Derrick
Henry,
Henry ain't playing.
Yeah, they said
no,
he
he's
doubtful.
out.
They said he's
Doubtful.
doubtful.
I think he's not going to play. He's not going to play. So it'd be interesting. It's tough playing against y'all front seven, but
Thank
they
you.
open the playbook up, man. They're still playing that vanilla offense just because Tannehill's out, man. You draft this dude pretty early. Give him a chance.
Let it go.
Yeah.
Let it go.
I like the Jets.
They
The
go.
Jets is but Jets got Mike White, man.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I love Mike White, but I feel like if I'm a GM for the Jets and I have a chance to get
I
Derek Carr,
definitely
there's an upgrade. That's a
for a low
quarterback
price.
Oh,
upgrade.
definitely an upgrade.
For a
Definitely an
Yeah.
low
upgrade.
price, yeah. I'm not offering you much. You already done some.
Right.
But go from Derek Carr to let's look at the numbers, man. JJ Watt retiring. We all know him pretty much basically from his dominant years in Houston. Finally called it quits after the season. Um, Thoughts on him?
Man.
I don't know if I
I think.
necessarily believe it.
Yeah.
I think if the right team come a calling, he could be one of those guys that enter the league week 6, week 8. Like, okay, I'll give it a
Yeah, of
run.
course.
You know what I'm saying? I think it's gonna have to be. Of course, it's gonna be a contending team. But if a contending team come a calling, and he feel like he might can get that chip, because I'm pretty sure he want to get that chip. I mean, he's checked all the other boxes. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? The only dude with multiple 20 sack seasons and 5 touchdowns. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he been a beast his whole career. But I think he definitely would go to a team that was on the verge or competing for a chip.
I think he's done. Just with the whole situation with his heart condition. I
Good point.
think he's realizing that, he has a family, you know what I'm saying? He has a beautiful wife, kids, things of that nature. What he went through was serious, you know what I'm saying? That's not something you hear, somebody having to have their, heart shot and put it back in a regular heartbeat. Like, for me, I think he's done. I think he's realizing that, his health is more important. The time that, he could have with his family is more important for him. So I think he's gonna really wrap it up. I don't see a team calling. And if they do call, I don't see him accepting that call and coming back. I think he's done. So, but he had a
Yeah, I
great
think he's
career. He had a great
he
career.
did. He did. He had a great career. Award wise, he did good as far as like team awards. He didn't really do too much. Um, J,
Mm.
JJ Watt, I don't think he ever played in the Super Bowl. Um, he's been on some good teams. Houston Texans, he had some good teams with the Houston Texans, but he also had like an injury plagued career towards the last 6-7 years. There's
Just
been
a
a
lot of
lot of
time.
missing, but the potential, I think he could have been a lot better than what he's known for right now,
Yeah.
because the skills was definitely there for his size and the way he moves. I remember at one point he was getting like 19, 18 sacks, like easily, like with no problem. He was like Aaron Donald before Aaron Donald. Like they were moving him,
Facts.
DT, DN, just moving him around, just let him do his thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, he had a good career though, man. Shout out to JJ. He held the Texans down for a while. He did good.
Here come controversial me. Going down the stat line, all-time leader in sacks. He's 33rd on the list.
Damn, really?
Yeah.
That's tough.
It should probably be lower because there's a couple ties in here. But Cam Jordan has more sacks, who's currently playing. Von Miller has more sacks, that's currently playing.
All that missed
Exactly.
time, man. He missed.
that
He missed
Yeah,
a
that's
lot of
like,
time.
yeah, he
That's
missed a
true.
lot of time.
And to Mars' point, I can see it coming back. I think JJ Watt is a dude who loves the spotlight. I think he picks and chooses. And not the hard thing, that's different. But I was hearing whispers that, he didn't have to, he loves the spotlight. I'll leave it at that. I can see it coming back, taking a little break. If the family thing is real, the heart thing is real. After the game, he posted a picture with his newborn. After they lost, like, I'm done. Like, and I think being in Arizona doesn't help either. The team did not perform nearly as well as they should have. So that
Right.
losing takes a toll. We had two greats that retired from our team early because of losing. Famously Barry Sanders and Calvin Johnson. So it takes a toll on you. But no, heck of a career though. He's a guy you automatically think about. The numbers, like I said, 33. That's tough, but we know how good of a playmaker he was. He was for me. Like I think one of you guys just said, moving from spot to spot, lining up, kind of different to see.
Very versatile.
Most of DN stay at DN. You stay in that one spot.
Yeah.
Brown was kind of new. I'm not saying he's the first one to do it, but we all remember that vividly, him moving around from spot to spot. But yeah. I don't think he's completely done. I just think he needs a break. He maybe got that atmosphere in Arizona. Will probably help. Go to a contender.
Let me ask you, y'all feel like if the Bills can't come and he'll come back?
Oh yeah.
Bills.
Yeah.
Bills, Cowboys, anybody who's a contender. There you go too. I think he's still left in the tank. All right, from JJ Watt and to another guy who should probably go ahead and hang it up, man. Like, and you know what? I'm gonna kick it off first. I watched that game from beginning to end.
Yeah.
First half, rolling. Oh, they look good. World beaters. Second half, he sold the bag. I didn't see no inkling of a concussion.
Right.
I saw some bad passes when he couldn't get Tyreek Hill open down the field, throwing the lobs.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't see him. I didn't. I was watching. I didn't see where concussion came in. I called it cap. It's wrong. It's probably wrong. I'm not a doctor. I'm looking at my eyes watching. That was a bad pass. Why would you even throw that?
Yeah.
He went from 3 touchdowns to 2 interceptions in the second half. No touchdowns. Sold the bag.
Yeah. You definitely wrong for that, bro. You wrong for that, man. You wrong for that, bro. Tua definitely hit his head, man. He hit his head. He did. It was right around that time. They got the video.
I seen it too. He definitely hit his head, back his head.
It was before.
Oh, convenient.
Yeah, it was before the interceptions, bro. I ain't gonna doubt. Some of those passes I can't vouch. I can't blame. Some of those passes was just out of there. But no, he definitely hit his head. It was tough, and like the concussions, man. The more they happen, well, the more you get hit like that, man, it's easier for them to come back. Way easier for them to come back. We watched a drill with Troy Aikman. You remember Troy Aikman? First, it was one concussion. Then it was every 3 games, and then it was like, damn, Troy out again. It's like they just started coming rapidly once it started. So what you said earlier about him leaving the game or retiring, that definitely might be a possibility. Just alone, we've seen a total of 3. The Bills game, they tried to blame it on his back. We saw the kid wobbling. They said it's because his back hurt. And then the Cincinnati Bengals game, that's when he was throwing up the fingers. And then, right. So with concussions, I guess the symptoms are different because he hit his head and he did still continue to play. When there was a Chiefs player, Valdez Scanlon, he got hit hard, and the ref seen it and was like, "Nah, go to the side, go get checked out." Not sure why they didn't do the same for Tua, but maybe he didn't show no signs. So I can kind of see how you call it a cap, but he definitely didn't show like any signs, wobbly feet, or anything. But if this continues, man, we might not be seeing Tua much longer in the NFL. Honestly.
Yeah. It's unfortunate, man. Like he had a lot riding on this season. You know what I'm saying? This is a contract year for him. Yeah. I can see why, after the back injury, why he wanted to play because he had it going during that time period. And then it was a big game. Everybody was interested in seeing, him play against Buffalo. Right. But taking those hits and anytime you get those hits where the hands lock up and they, throwing up the gang signs and all of that, like, that's just bad, man. And it's hard to come back from it. And even when that happened, even me and my brother was talking about it, like, yeah, he probably should be done for the season or several weeks,
right?
Like 2 weeks,
right?
Weeks off, and I'm like, that's playing a dangerous game because, like you said, like with Troy Aikman, those type of injuries only get worse.
Yep, they don't get no better.
You got to take the proper time to heal from that. It's your brain,
right?
So I feel bad for him because it's a business, and they're gonna use that to not pay him. You know what I'm saying? Accordingly,
big money.
If you do get an offer, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right. Right. And not to forget, they do have 2 first-round picks. So, they got 2 first rounds this year.
Because they were probably looking like, if you don't got it, we can easily let you go.
Yeah.
Right.
And by all means, I'm not laughing at the fact that he got a concussion. I'm just saying, I'm just making fun of it. Just all of a sudden now he's throwing picks and they lose and after I have a concussion. But no, and I feel bad for him because I remember it was 2 years ago. I think his rookie year when he was kind of struggling and they had that first round pick. So I wonder if that flashback coming to him now, knowing they had 2 first round picks, could I be replaced? It's a tough situation. Like I said, concussions, especially for a quarterback, for any player. So, real quick, ask y'all a question. This is just yes or no. Do you think it should be a set number of weeks when a person has concussion, as opposed to let's evaluate him and see how he is next week or 2 weeks? Should it set the game? I'm just gonna throw a number. Over or under 3 games, concussion automatically.
Let me jump off on that first. I would say, like, I think it should be progressive. Like, if you get your first one, maybe a week or 2, second and third one, if you start showing a history of it, then longer and longer.
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree with that.
I think that works out perfect. I don't know how the system is set up with the NFL, but I just wonder how much the NFL, do they even put money into, and I'm pretty sure they do, the doctors and everything. Because it kind of feels like everyone gets treated a little different with these concussions, man. Like I told you, the other wide receiver, they were able to notice it, take him out. When Tua was limping in the Buffalo Bills game, he finished that game. They didn't take him out. He finished it. So I don't know. I think the NFL needs to be more accountable also of the refs and maybe assign someone to each game that can watch these players after the plays and just
Well,
he looks a little crazy. Let's get him out of there.
but see, that's what I thought the trainers for, like the medical
Right.
staff and the training staff. I thought that's what they were for. I mean, like whoever that guy is in Miami should not be there.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's twice. It's twice it happened.
The trainer
I
said,
just
"Don't put that
hope
on me, man. I'm just gonna tape up risk and hand out Gatorades, man."
I just really hope it's somebody in that man's family that's really in his
For
ear,
real. He's too
telling him
young,
like,
man.
hey, because I mean, you gotta think about it. He's a young man. He's not gonna stop
Yeah.
playing. He's not gonna stop playing at the end of the day. But somebody really needs to be in his corner and like just have him really just evaluated and just look at life at the end of the day because if we look at the history of concussions and then CTE, like we know what it can possibly do to you at the end of the day. So I mean, he really needs to sit down and he really needs to evaluate that before he continues on with his football career. So
Sure.
All right, from one quarterback, going through that to another quarterback going through this. Jesus, Zach Wilson's future. Not looking good. I don't think it's looking good for any of the quarterbacks on the Jets. Honestly, it's like every 2 or 3 years they're starting from scratch. And Mike White can't seem to stay healthy. I think just back-to-back years when he's out multiple games as a backup. So, I mean, is it writing on the wall for Zach Wilson? Is he the same category as Derek Carr?
absolutely, like you gotta wash your hands with it. I mean, I know they drafted him, first round a couple years ago, but I mean, it's clear as day. Like you got to move on from him. The team is not happy with him. They're wearing shirts to support other quarterbacks and not him. Like you got to trade him at some point. You got to go ahead and just wash your hands and get something back for him. But I feel like his days in the Jets uniform they're done. Like you have to get rid of him at this point.
Yeah, I would agree to that. Just some of his locker room behavior and some of his quotes that they got him saying, it's just not a team friendly situation. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you done burn some bridges talking about you don't care about, your poor performance
Yeah.
and things of that nature. Like you can't say that and be still cool with your team. Um and maybe he's sick of them. You know what I'm saying? Maybe the Jets as an organization is just they just bad, and he don't give a crap about them either. But
Some players just
Yeah.
not built for that New York pressure. He's not built for it at
yeah,
the end of the day.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna be honest, man. I was a Zach Wilson fan. Well, it's tough, and it's happened to me before. Jay Cutler, I was a Jay Cutler guy also. They got a big arm, I normally swing that way, but Zach Wilson, man, I think it's over with, and not only with the Jets, I think he's gonna be one of those quarterbacks that just don't get right. I've rarely seen quarterbacks come back from situations like these and just perform well. I've seen this a lot. We've all seen a lot if you've watched the NFL, but man, this takes a toll on your confidence, man. And some dudes don't bounce back from it. And we already know he's kind of fragile in the mental, just the way that he was with his team when when Mike White came in. Zach Wilson didn't want nothing to do with the team. He was standoffish. You could just
that's
pick
true.
up those vibes from him. So it's going to be a long shot from him. Somebody will pick him up next year. But as far as him being a starter or something like that, I don't know. I don't see it. I don't see it in his future.
Yeah, it's too much talent on that team, man, for them to be start off as hot as they did and be where they are now, struggling to get a spot. The coach Robert Sala said that we haven't seen the last Zach Wilson there, but they are starting Chris
He's
Streamer.
supposed to say
That's, that's what we're going to see Sunday for the Jets. Chris Streamer. So it is what it is out there. And
what's up with Flacco? Like, is he just chopped liver? He can't.
38. Wow, nothing's wrong with him. Don't put him in there. he had one good game for them. Hey, you know, because he
Yeah,
his
this
Baltimore days.
was rude. That's a Super Bowl winning quarterback.
Was he? I mean, they won, but he had a big
He
arm.
dropped
But
like
was it
4
because of him?
touchdowns in the game before the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl wasn't on him, but that
Hey,
run.
Flacco has the best playoff stats ever. Like, check out Flacco playoff run. I ain't gonna lie, check him out, man.
You know what I'm
Flacco
saying?
was amazing,
We'll
man.
table the Flacco talk from another time.
Hey, Flacco was amazing, bro. Flacco
We're
was
really
amazing.
talking
You don't
about
want
Joe
to see
Flacco
Flacco
right
in the
now.
playoffs.
Flacco,
Hey,
We
you
talking
don't
about Joe
want to see Joe
Flacco.
Flacco. You don't want to see him in the
you took
playoffs.
the time
Trust
to go
me.
look at Joe Flacco's playoffs numbers.
Nah, bro, I'm telling you, everybody knows it. Everyone knows it.
I
Take a
didn't
look
know.
at it. Okay, take a look. Take a look, man. I'm gonna send you a video about playoff Joe.
All right. Oh man, Lions, man, we blew a huge opportunity. Y'all had me, Marv. You had me here sipping the Lions Kool-Aid. Had me believing again.
I like
I'm
how you
sipping
did
out the
that.
Lions cup. And then as soon as I get back on board, I was like, you know what? He's right. They ain't got us moving the right way. We go to Carolina and wet the bed, bro. Wet the bed.
They dropped
The
the
floor
hot
is yours, Marvin.
too. It's just like it was kind of like not to quote Nucho, but it was kind of like one of them trap games, like he was calling for the Jaguars. And I'm like, I'm looking at this game,
We
and
can't
I'm like,
afford trap games. They can afford trap. We can't afford trap games.
that's what I was hoping. That's what I was hoping. Like they got to realize that this is an opportunity. They can't really just drop this game to Carolina.
Right.
Like from my point of view, I was understanding that Carolina is for real. They play everybody tough. They play everybody hard. So you got to come with the shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, they didn't come with it. They went back to that 1-6 looking Lions. Like, and you know, from week to week, I'm like, you can't do that, bro. And if they squandered this opportunity, it's their fault because that was a beatable team. Only thing they had was a run game.
Yeah.
Right.
Stop the run and you win the game. And
Right.
they let up the most yards that Carolina has ever ran on a team. 312, 319, something like that.
Hey.
Foreman looked like himself at Texas.
Hey, Foreman looked like Texas Foreman. I was just about to say
like
that.
Texas Foreman.
He
Like,
looked like Texas Foreman.
320 yards rushing.
That's tough.
Hey,
Chubba Hubbard had 126. Chubba
Hubbard. Yeah, he did his thing. Shout out to
that hardly ever happens in the NFL.
Shout
You
out
got
to the
2
Canadians,
backs
man.
with over 100, bro.
120.
180. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, that
Dalton got in on it. They got him doing read options. What are we doing?
They had Sam Darnold doing read options on y'all, bro. Sam Darnold, bro. I was watching the highlights. I'm like, Sam just ran for 10. Like, what's going on?
I'm sorry, not Darnold.
Yeah, Sam Darnold.
Thank you, so yeah, you got this man doing read options.
Yeah.
I would say this, man. Regardless of what happened with the Detroit's line this year, y'all should be proud of this team.
It's a win.
Just because, like, y'all are right there. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Jared Goff. Jared Goff did his thing. Look, check me out. Y'all, look, all y'all got to do is draft heavy on defense. Y'all got to just sure up that defense.
Yeah.
Y'all got the offense. The offense is not the problem at all. Y'all just got to go, you know, defensively heavy in the draft and just go from there.
They need 3 new D tackles.
Hey, and I remember y'all in the chat because y'all was excited. Like, y'all was really excited. Like, I ain't never heard y'all this excited about Detroit football. I mean, we talking about Detroit football for about an hour. Man, everybody had, hey, they do this.
He ordered that direct. Like, get it here in 2 days.
Hey, man, y'all was too excited. Hey, I extend golf. We can keep golf. No, golf ain't bad though. He ain't.
Yeah, golf did his thing,
But
man.
yeah, it's the defense. Like what Trill said, I'm with it. It's the defense. Y'all got to get that defense right. Panthers are the Panthers, man. They run hard, and Sam Darnold. You know he gonna make some stuff happen. But like it's still a win. It's still a win with y'all, bro. It's still a win. From where y'all came from 1-6 to where y'all are now, it's a
Exactly.
win, man. It's something to build on. It's something to build on, man.
We should have been 1-6 to begin with.
Y'all just started thinking about the playoffs 2 weeks ago. So y'all will be all right, man. Just let it go. Just let it go.
I'm so tired of hearing that. There's always Lions play hard.
But it's a win.
Lions
It's
right
a win,
there.
bro.
Right
It's
there.
a win.
Get
It's a
there.
win.
I'm
It's a win.
about to let the Packers are gonna pass us up. They were counting out weeks ago. Come on, us.
Hey, we was talking bad about Hawkinson. I said y'all was gonna miss him. I don't know who that tight end is y'all got. It's working. He's nice. He's decent.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's not the offense.
he give you
I'm
the
not
same
worried about the
production as
offense.
Hawkinson.
The defense is getting worse and worse every week. At first, we at least had our front seven to say, hey, we can at least stop the run. And then we go to Carolina. And both running backs have 120 yards apiece. And then you got Sam Darnold said, let me get in on the action, run option.
You brought up a kid last week named Houston. What was Houston numbers, man?
I don't even want to look. Why you doing that to me, man?
Jackson State alumni.
Yeah, one tackle.
A linebacker.
Hey, shout out to Houston, man. Shout out to Houston, man.
They had and I found that on ESPN.com. I had a little profile of him. I said, "Oh, okay, yeah, one tackle, man. All right, man." But like I said, man, we're not out, but that loss did not help at all. We got to win. We
need a lot of help. We got to win out, and we need help.
That's it. We went from not needing help to now we absolutely need help.
You need a whole bunch of help now at this point.
Defense, man. Defense.
Get that defense fixed in the draft, bro. I'm telling y'all,
we want to get some rookies and wait 2 more years for them to develop. Because I mean, how many rookie Pro Bowlers other than the most exceptional?
No. You
don't have to do that.
Man.
You got to think about it. Cowboys, perfect example. Historically, we had like one of the worst defense. We got one player in there, and it changed their defense around.
Yeah,
Michael Parsons.
True. Well, him and Trayvon Diggs was awesome too. So we
took Greg Ellis over Randy Moss. Like,
Lord,
we was wild.
We'll play this game next time. We took over.
We'll be here all day.
We should have had Aaron Donald. We had a chance to get Aaron Donald. We got the linebacker who not even Jared Davis. That's what we took.
Oh, he our outside linebacker now.
He's not even on our team anymore. He didn't even make it past Hard Knocks. He got cut on Hard Knocks.
No, he's back on there. He came back. I promise you.
Water boy? I didn't see him out there. Is he the water boy?
The water boy.
Yeah, got to be the water boy. Anyway,
I don't know. I just know because I seen him on Madden. I just know because I seen him on Madden. He on there.
Update your rosters. I guarantee he ain't on there.
All right.
To a team that's I'm struggling, to a team that's, hey man, we know what? No, they didn't roll. Yeah, they did win. They won this week.
Yeah.
Come off the bad loss to the Jaguars.
Yeah.
I guess y'all like Dak again. We don't know how
he didn't, bro.
No, I'm gonna comment on that. I'm gonna comment on that, man.
Still, Bruce, we out. Yeah. But yeah, you guys see Roll, man. I know I was watching some on ESPN, one of the shows many shows that come on ESPN. I think the focus now is on your defense, but we know we talked for weeks that the secondary is really hurt.
Right.
But you guys think get dubs though. I mean, other than that the bad loss last week that you kind of raced by getting a win this past week.
Right.
Yeah, you guys rolling.
I mean, I just want to shout out that man, Dak Prescott. Um, just because, like, you know what I'm saying, the fact that he threw a pick six early in the game and then for him to turn it around like he did and will that team to a victory. I mean, that's saying a lot. I mean, a lot of quarterbacks don't come back from situations like that, throwing a pick six that early in the game. So for him to stay with it and will that team into a victory, man, you got to shout that man out. You got to shout out CD Lamb as well. Nucho used to hate on that man a whole lot earlier in the year. CD Lamb has became a top receiver in his league. So
Definitely.
even myself, you know what I'm saying, I hated on CD Lamb at first as well, but
Yeah,
you know,
man.
he's coming along. He's definitely top 5, top 10 receiver in the league. So but yeah, man, we rolling. We got the Titans coming up tomorrow. We just need that defense to build that confidence up before the playoffs hit.
Right.
And I think if we get the defense, doing what they were doing early in the year, I think we'll be hitting on all cylinders, and I think we'll come back around and make some noise in the playoffs. So, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Real quick. Zoe just reminded us Jared Davis is in the league. He just got signed by New York. So.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Jared Davis update on the SCD podcast.
Okay.
Keep
Thank you.
me updated.
Yeah, the Cowboys. The Cowboys, man. That man. I'm gonna be honest, bro. I yelled out where Cooper Rush at, man. When he threw that interception, bro, I
I want
was
to say
like, man,
one of
give me
y'all
Coop,
did.
man. I can't fuck with this nigga. I can't mess with him. Give me Coop. That interception was tough. It was early and it was good. He got it out of the system. He went to the sideline. He did all his apologies, let him know it wasn't going to happen again. And I believe after that, he went like 15 for 16 throwing wise. Without Dak throwing, man, we would not be in that game. For some reason, he was just able to pick apart that secondary. He made it look kind of easy. Like, I felt like passing was the best thing for us to do because everything was coming so easy.
Yeah.
The defense is they still let up a lot of points to a backup. And granted, we do have injured, players in our secondary, but that kid Bland, they need to be looking at him for defensive player of the year. Honestly. Defensive player of the year.
Corner?
He has
Is that the corner?
Yeah, the corner. Yeah.
26.
Yeah. He has a total
Bland.
of 5 picks right now. A total of 5 picks, and he didn't play all the games this season. Like I think he maybe missed he played a little bit, but he just now started really getting some of that PT like these last 6 games. But they need to definitely look at this kid for defensive player of the year. He's playing amazing, helping us out. He still makes his rookie mistakes, but for the most part, the good outweighs the bad. So Bland is something special that we got also. But yeah, Cowboys look good. I'm proud of them. Got the Titans on Thursday. Tony P might not be playing. He has a
thigh injury.
His thigh injury. So Tony P, maybe we can rest him. Man. But as long as we got CD Lamb and Dak, I feel comfortable. In this game. As long as we got Lamb and Dak and Zeke, and Schultz
and
and
Ty.
Gallup,
Shout out Ty.
And Ty. Ty made a heck of a catch, man. Woo! 53 yards on 3rd and 30. Yeah. But yeah, I feel comfortable. Let Tony P rest if he need to. I think we could beat Tennessee Titans with Malik Willis and no Henry. I think we'll be fine.
Okay. Yeah. Dallas look good, man. They look good.
Oh, there you go. Yeah,
they look good. They look impressive. I don't know what happened. A call came in, and I got my phone connected to this computer.
Okay. I thought but that's all right. We'll move on. But so let me ask y'all real quick. If
that's a rookie
you guys are in playoff bound. who's going to be the biggest factor in y'all playoff run? Is it going to be Dak? Is he the make or break of y'all playoff run, or is it secondary?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel like it's Michael Parsons at this point.
Yeah.
Um, just because if we get Michael Parsons that we had early in the year,
Mm-hmm.
we're taking over games defensively. Like nobody's going to be able to hang with our defense. But lately Michael Parsons, I think he's a little worn down right now. He's been sick and got injuries and things of that nature. The defense just ain't been playing the same without him. So I think Michael Parsons is definitely going to be that X factor. Like I said, if we get him close to 100%. Before the playoffs roll around, and he plays like he played in the earlier the season, we're gonna be straight on defense. So
Oh yeah.
definitely Michael Parsons for me.
Yeah, I'm with Tree. I was gonna say our pass rush. Man. I think that with the injuries in our secondary, a good pass rush would really help us out going forward, especially in the playoffs. If we can put some pressure on those quarterbacks, I think our corners will have enough time to show how to do their thing. Oh yeah, True. I don't know if you noticed, but it looked like Boss Man Fat lost his position.
Oh yeah, he out of there.
They were playing number 25. Number 25 had a starting role. The dude from
Yeah,
Morgan State. So that was he did well. He had the most
led the team in
tackles.
tackles.
Yeah,
Yep.
led the team in
Mhm.
tackles. So yeah, that pass rush got to get better though. Pass rush definitely got to get better.
Okay. I only asked because at the end of that game, when we all saw the last drive by the Jaguars, Parsons was tired. He was asking to come out. He was calling timeout. He was like, please, please. And I think
Yeah,
the fact that he's going so hard with that secondary being injured like they are, he's asking to
right.
do a whole lot more. Usually great pass rushes like that are in mostly on situational downs, and but now he's basically has to play every snap. And I think towards
Yeah,
that game was so high scoring and back and forth that he was gassed. He was begging for a
yeah,
timeout. They finally got one because I don't know how crucial that been, because I think the next play they had a good pass rush on Minshew, which was kind of ended the game. But
Yeah.
yeah, it was definitely gassed. All right, right into our predictions, man. We'll keep it kind of quick. Not we got a couple of them. So first one we just talked about Thursday night, tomorrow night. Cowboys at the Titans. Like we said, Derrick Henry is doubtful. So most likely, if you're doubtful, you're not going to play. And they're too run dependent for him to be doubtful trying to play that game. Um, I live in Nashville, so I catch a lot of Titans games. And the older he's get, the more hits he's taking. He's a bigger back. He's still athletic, but it take a toll. And now with the extra games and that, and they so run heavy. I don't understand. Like I get it because he's the best player on the team, one of the best backs in the league. But then you trade
Right.
away your two best receivers last in the offseason, and now you're really, really more dependent. It takes the toll on him, man. Like his last game he didn't look good. So let you guys take the prediction. I got Cowboys though.
Yeah, I'm a jump in there. Um, Cowboys all the way in this one, man. Let's see. They just don't have enough. Um, and hopefully Dak don't come out there and go back to turnover Dak just because it's not a good team in front of him. I
Mhm.
want to see Dallas play. Even though I think they'll win, regardless of situation. Even if he plays poorly, I would just prefer to see him play up.
For
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, same thing for me. I think Cowboys take this easy. For me, I think I just want to see them. Uh, I want to see the offense stay consistent. I want to see the defense make plays. I just need this team to build that confidence before the postseason rolls around. So I see the Cowboys taking this easy.
Yep. I'm pretty sure. Oh, wait.
I was gonna say plus, y'all still got something to play for. Um, um, to get the number 2 seed in the NFC because y'all still trailing Minnesota.
Nah, we need to stay where we at. We need to stay
yeah.
where we are. That's just me.
That's where we at, man. I'm
Yeah,
with that too.
stay
I
number
mean, getting the number
5.
2 seed is not promising a bye week like it used to do. So
Yeah,
number 2 seed
Yeah,
still gonna have to play.
yeah. You still gonna have to play. Yeah, yeah.
But you play a weaker
Um,
opponent in the first week, and you get the host.
yeah, but I don't think we can get the number 2. Like I think it's either number 1 or number 5 for us, just because. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't want it though. I
Y'all can
don't
get the
know.
two. I think y'all can get the 2 because
Because I thought the top 1, 2, 3, and 4 go by divisions.
Yeah, they are. They are. So yeah,
Yeah.
if you can't get
So
yeah.
division,
it either be like number 1 or 5.
don't they
Yeah.
do the reseed after the first round?
we'll try to get the play. I try to grab the playoffs next week, man. You know, we
I
can't
want,
do.
I want to do that. I've been watching the playoffs, but it's kind of different now because there's an extra team in there. So I'm not sure exactly how they do it. But I got
Yeah,
Dallas though.
yeah.
Yeah, I got Dallas.
All right. So that I do our team 3-12 Bears at the 7-8 Lions, man. We desperately need this dub. With that being said, I'm going with the Lions. Our offense is too good. That team geez, get that man some help. I don't know. Is he playing? Justin Fields gonna play?
I don't think so.
Dealing with that shoulder.
I don't think he's playing. That's why
I wouldn't force him out there.
I'm gonna go with the Lions also.
True.
Oh my bad, I'm tripping, but yeah, I'm gonna go with the Lions on that, bro. Lions win easy.
Lions win easy. I like the Lions in this, and I like to see them. I keep saying this, and they keep kind of only putting him out there. He's still on this pitch count. I want to let Jameson loose. Let him go crazy a little bit.
Keep on that pitch count, man. Keep on that pitch count. 8-7 Dolphins at the 7-8 Patriots. Well, with Tua being out, that's gonna be tough. Patriots, another team, and desperately, they both need the dubs. Patriots, I'm going with the Patriots on this one. No particular reason why. Patriots, because I did pick them win. I did pick them win division early on. So yeah, got it.
I'm with you too. Bill Belichick gets some revenge from early in the season when Tua came and kicked their butt. Bill Belichick gets a dub. He's been thrown around these last couple of weeks, man. So, and Patriots, man, Mac Jones.
I'm gonna go with Teddy B and the Dolphins on this. I think Teddy B.
Teddy he can't throw 20 yards now.
Hey, he don't need to. No, but honestly, I'm gonna go with the Dolphins though, man. I'm not a believer in Mac Jones, and I'm gonna just go with Miami. I feel like Miami needs it more.
I think in that East Division, it's always been hard to get. It's always been hard to get them two wins against Belichick. And then you going into Foxborough. I think it's gonna be a win for the Patriots. I think they thug it out.
All right. Should be an interesting game. So another game I want to talk about, but it's kind of for the division. So we got kind of, it's crazy that this is kind of for the division lead. 6-9 Panthers at the 7-8 Buccaneers, man. It's crazy to think that one of these teams could be the division winner. The Bucs were a disappointing year. The Panthers, surprisingly, 6-9, still in it. It's a win for them. But I'm gonna roll with the Panthers. Going with the Panthers. They keep it rolling, I guess, with the run game. I don't know, man. The team, that division sucks. Tom Brady sucks. The Panthers, man.
Yeah, I'm going with the Panthers too.
I'm gonna go with the Panthers as well. I mean, they show they can run the ball, so I'm gonna go with the Panthers just off the strength of them being able to run the ball.
I'm gonna go with this is a clean sweep for the Panthers, man. I'm gonna go with the Panthers just because I saw yet again another lineman go down to protect Tom Brady, and they already have problems on that line. And Panthers has a pretty good D line. I think they take advantage of the Buccaneers O line and they get that dub.
Said earlier, I saw that Tom Brady is not ruling out playing again next season. So, 46-year-old Tom Brady coming out there. All right. Two other teams that's been really struggling last week. 7-8 Jets and 7-8 Seahawks. You said go home time, but he's new, he's single, so he's back out here. He got nothing else to do. Let's get back out there. 46-year-old. But anyway, Jets at Seahawks. Both team has been spiraling as of late. We were talking about Geno not too long ago, possibly being MVP. They figured him out. They figured him out. But I still will take the Seahawks to win this game.
Yeah, I got Seattle too.
I'm gonna go with Seattle as well.
I don't know who this quarterback is for the Jets, what grocery store they got him from, whatever, but I'm going with the Seahawks. And if they lose this game, shame on them.
Definitely shame on them.
Yeah, he got a Tom Brady vibe, man. He came from the Cardinals. All he do is run. Watch the game. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be funny to watch. All he do is run, bro. It's funny.
But I mean, it is potential playoff spots on the line. So both those teams are still in it. So the other two teams are still in it. 12-3 Vikings at the 7-8 Packers. Packers have been on the road, kind of. They won the other night, but you can see when Aaron Rodgers' top guy went down, who he looked for? Mercedes Lewis out there catching catches like he's back in Jacksonville again, man. I'm like, I forgot. I keep forgetting he's on the team, yet alone still in the NFL. And Lambeau. I'm going with Aaron Rodgers and the boys to keep it rolling. I think they're gonna fight and get that last playoff spot.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Minnesota on this one, man. Minnesota.
I'm gonna go with Minnesota in a close one. Packers gonna put up a good fight, but Minnesota takes it at the
end. Go on and get up out of there, Packers. Get out the way for the Lions. Take that L. Jefferson, I need you to torch them for about $1.50.
He's in real quick. Jefferson's only 244 yards away from reaching 2,000. So. Yeah. I think they're gonna try to force him the ball. By the way, Mar, they want him to get it. Mm-hmm.
You know what's crazy about Jefferson, real quick, is everyone knows he's gonna get the ball. It's like
that's the crazy part.
He's such a force. We all know. Everyone knows he's gonna get the ball, and you can't do nothing about it. Like, hey, he amazing, man. He's amazing to watch. He's putting up bigger numbers than Randy Moss. You saw that? He broke Randy Moss' record for most receiving yards in the season.
Yeah, but he's that good though. He's that good. Him, Jamar Chase, these young receivers are killing it, man. 7-8 Steelers at the 10-5 Ravens. I think if I'm not mistaken, Lamar Jackson is coming back. Steelers, I don't think they're out of it yet. I mean, they can go on. None of these teams are out of it yet. So I still think the Ravens will win. That backup quarterback didn't play bad. It's a good system they run in Baltimore. It's enough. It's more of a running quarterback offense, as we've seen on here and on Madden. We all struggle playing against the Ravens. And who's a Dak Prescott with the Ravens on our Madden franchise? So I got the Ravens to keep it going.
Yep, Ravens. It's a no-brainer for me. But you know what? That Cody Pickett kid from Steelers, he's been playing good lately. Ever since Pickens kind of called him out about 2 weeks ago, he kind of stepped his game up. But I just feel like the Ravens got a lot more to play for, so I'm gonna go with them.
Uh, I'm gonna go with Baltimore. I'm gonna go with yeah, I'm gonna go with Baltimore on this one. But like you said, I like the kid Picky. He's been balling lately, so
Yeah.
but I'm
Uh-huh.
gonna go Baltimore.
Um, I like the Ravens in this one, and I also gonna give credit where credit is due. Like, I have been pretty hard on the head coach John Harbaugh, mostly because he made a lot of dumb decisions last year, and he did a few this year. But he's come up out of that and been playing, been coaching good football, you know, and he's been able to get these dubs with Lamar Jackson sideline. So that's a plus too, and that just shows that he's got good command of this team, and they all are taking care of business. They rose up or rose to the challenge.
Right.
All right. Last one we're gonna pick, and I think this is the Monday night game. 12-3 Bills at the 11-4 Bengals. Potentially one of the best games of the weekend. Um, I'm going with the Bengals, man.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with Josh Allen. I like the Bills. The Bills need a statement game, man. This game is gonna be amazing because it's gonna have a lot of playoff atmosphere too. It's gonna be cold. It's gonna be a Monday night. Definitely playoff vibes to it. And also, they're still playing for seeding. Definitely still playing for seeding. So, and look at the Bengals. Look how far they done came. They were what 0-3 at the beginning of the
Yeah,
year.
we was
Like
talking crazy about
they've been 11-1 ever
it. Yeah,
since. So I mean, they're playing great football. But I just want to see the Bills win. We'll go with Josh Allen.
Man, I'm gonna kill y'all with this one. I'm gonna go with Joe. If we going straight off a quarterback play, I'm gonna go
yeah.
with I'm gonna go with Joe B. Like I said, Josh Allen ain't been the same Allen. So, just off the strength of
Yeah,
that, I'm gonna go with Joe. I'm gonna go with Joe.
A lot of red zone turnovers. A lot of red zone turnovers.
you on mute.
I think you muted Mark. I mean Marv.
I gotta go with the Bengals.
My bad.
They've been hotter than anybody or as hot as anybody else in the league. So I feel like they're gonna take care of business at home. Um, Even though I picked the Bills to win the championship, I think this is a game that they drop.
All right. So those were our predictions for this upcoming week. One more week, one regular season week in the NFL, fellas. After this week, and one more in the playoffs are here. I think it's gonna be an exciting
Man,
playoffs. Just because we don't know who's in it. That's crazy. We don't know who we know number
nah,
one seed, sure, but as
right.
far as some of these as far as divisions, it's gonna be a lot riding these last 2 weeks. So shout out to everybody who joined us today. As of course, we and Ramon wanted us to remind us and man, Manscaped. We're still doing the Manscaped thing, man. Manscaped try promo code. Get that free 20% off shipping. Free shipping and 20% off. Sorry. Free shipping and 20% off. Like I said, the holidays are not over. Christmas passed, but I mean you can't get on these great deals with Manscaped.
Yes,
And
sir.
then Saturday night, you can join the ANEP crew for a New Year's special show. We're doing 10:30 Eastern, and then afterwards we'll be in Discord. If you ain't passed out from the New Year's drinks, come in there, hang out, game, uh, drinks, talking trash. Uh, good time, man. So make sure y'all guys can join us if you can. And of course, we are on Spotify. The newest episode was up a couple days ago. I try to have them up every Friday. So this episode right here will be on Spotify Friday. Be on the lookout for the links. Other than that, great show. Appreciate everybody for joining in. Appreciate the
Oh
comments.
yeah, appreciate it.
Everybody pulling
Appreciate
up with us
y'all.
every week. Our true loyal fans who are here every week. We appreciate you guys. New people
Appreciate
showing up.
y'all.
Appreciate you guys. Keep joining us. Look out for everything, man. We trying to build this thing, try to be bigger and bigger. So You know, we couldn't do it without y'all though. So appreciate everybody.
Appreciate
And
it.
we are out.
Peace.